So what'd you do with the ball?
It's actually still in my catcher's bag. I haven't taken it out yet, but I'll put it somewhere. I got a collection of baseballs that mean something to me, so yeah, I'll put them with that.
What was the task of going to retrieve it? I mean, you put it on a pretty good ride. How'd you track it down?
Yeah, I didn't actually. I guess I was always talking to my family, and then Skip came over and said, "Hey, the guy, like some guy out in the outfield, I think it was one of the workers at the stadium, just got it." And so he gave it to Skip, and then I got it, so it was nice. Yeah.
So you got other ones that mean something to you, or some of the other ones?
I've got balls from like high school state championship, like first start, like that kind of deal. Just balls from every kind of league or conference that I've been to. So like if I can see one with a SEC, a Pac-12, a Big 12, and then any of the tournaments, I'll try and get one from that. So and then I have a College World Series ball, obviously. Yeah.
Just what was that feeling like? Just once, it seemed like you knew right away that I was gone. Just what was that feeling?
That was unbelievable. There's not too many things quite like it for sure. It's just, I think you guys see me run down the line. The first thing I try to do is just look at the dugout, because that's one of the coolest things you don't really get to see when you actually hit the ball, is see what happens in the dugout. So it's nice to be able to look back and see what's going on.
Was that the first walk-off homer of your career, or you had any previously?
I've had two other ones actually. Yeah,
Nice.
One was this summer with Marion Berries football,
Nice.
so that was a fun one. But yeah, the other one was in high school. So
Nice.
yeah.
How does it feel just being back in live action, live, game reps, just the feeling? How does that feel being back?
It's unbelievable. I mean, actually, it was one of the first times in my career that I went out there, and it didn't feel like I was in a crazy moment, that kind of deal. Like just for all the games this weekend, just because of all the preparation that we've done here, working out with all the guys and with all of our practices and scrimmages. We've been putting on jerseys for the last couple of weekends, so it's not unfamiliar to put on a jersey. So I think we've done a lot of good things to prepare, and it felt great going out there.
How often you DH? Just kind of what does that sort of change in the way you kind of go about your preparation and whatnot?
The preparation itself doesn't really change, just because you're still going up for at-bats. But the thing that is different is definitely what you're doing in the game. Because obviously when you're on defense, you have a couple moments, you have a bad at-bat, you have a couple moments on the field to be able to flush that, or do something else to help the team, quote unquote. When you're DHing, that's the only thing you're doing. So you kind of have to have a good mindset about it. If you have a bad at-bat, there's nothing wrong in taking a couple seconds just by yourself to reflect on it. And then the biggest thing is you become a cheerleader once you're in the dugout. You're on, and everybody else is on defense. So it's kind of fun. You get the best of both worlds. You get to hit, and then you get to cheer on your guys. So yeah.
Watch the way Morris pitched on Monday for freshmen to have an outing like that. Just what was the reaction of guys?
It was great. I mean, we all knew that he was going to go in there and fill up the zone. It was just we didn't know he was going to obviously do what he did. You'd think a freshman he might get hit a little bit, but he didn't. It was unbelievable. I've never seen something like that of a freshman. And that's a fairly big spot if you look at it. I mean, we were obviously 2-1 going into that day. Lost to Michigan the game before. If you're kind of looking at it, it's like, well, if you're going to lose to one team, at least you can lose to the team that you get to beat again. So we were kind of like this. That was a big game, and for him to take the ball and do what he did was great.
What did it do for you guys momentum-wise to end the weekend the way you did, and head into another tournament this weekend?
A win on a getaway day is arguably the biggest win of the tournament or the weekend of any sort. So when you can win and then get on the plane and keep those vibes going throughout the rest of the week, that's huge.
What's kind of the preliminary scout on the squads you guys got this weekend?
So fun fact, I faced the presumable Friday starter for Baylor in junior college. He went 9 innings against my JUCO in the national championship game. So I've seen him a time or two. But other than that, our coaches do a great job scouting. So whatever they do and whatever they tell us, that's what we're going to listen and that's how we're going to prepare.
Did you ever imagine having 3 grand slams in a game?
I couldn't, no. Yeah.
What is it like when, obviously you're not pitching, so I understand, but like when an opponent has that opening weekend, when a guy has that?
I mean, as much of skill it is, it's luck too. You could hit 3 homers in a game, but the odds are that 3 guys are on base when you do it. It's crazy. So I don't think you really change an approach. Scouting report's a scouting report. If you look at the video, the guy made some great swings on some great pitches. So I mean, that's all you can really do. He hit some good homers and took some good swings, but I trust that our staff's gonna get it done.
Anything else? Thanks, Bryce.